also just a girl standing in front of a boy.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the characters whose endings didn't sit too well with us, whether they got a raw deal or they got an unearned happily ever after. Warning, this list contains major spoilers.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Number 10, Emma and Liv, Bride Wars. Comedies are made by misunderstandings, but a miscommunication about a double-booked wedding at the Plaza Hotel leads to an all-out brawl between besties Emma and Liv, played by Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson. Unfortunately, neither one can be the bigger person. Rather than make peace with their conflicting schedules, their feud escalates until they end up in a physical altercation at their own weddings.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
But they both end up in happy marriages and go back to being best friends not long after.
Will you stand up there with me?
Girls, what I mean.
It's hard to feel like their storybook endings are earned. The rushed resolution just doesn't allow much time for the needed growth to happen.
Should we toast to marriage?
Actually, I'm not drinking.
Neither am I. Are you pregnant?
Number 3, Viola and Shakespeare. Shakespeare in Love.
When are you for me?
Goodbye, my love. 1,000 times goodbye.
If there's one guy who knows something about love, it's William Shakespeare. In Shakespeare in Love, a fictional version of the Bard falls in love with Viola de Lesseps, who has disguised herself as a man to act in an early version of Romeo and Juliet.
Why me sad hours seem long,
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
not having that which having makes them short.
Good. In love,
Out
of love.
of her favour where I am in love.
The two begin to see one another, but her betrothal to Lord Wessex complicates things. She doesn't end up with Shakespeare, but sailing to America with her husband.
And halfway to America.
Let's see then. A voyage to a new world.
The storm. All are lost.
She lands on a vast and empty shore.
It's an ending that not even the Queen herself can stop. We know it's more poetic this way, but how could we not want to see them together after all they've been through?
The wild waters roar and heave. The brave vessel is dashed all to pieces. And all the helpless souls within her.
Number 8, Sierra Burgess. Sierra Burgess is a loser.
What are you doing? Are you like abandoning
No,
me?
I'm right here. Sorry.
A high school outcast ends up unexpectedly texting a handsome football player who believes she is someone else. Instead of correcting the mistake, Sierra keeps up the charade.
Bonsoir!
Bonsoir. Mademoiselle. Good day, fair maiden.
Things that might have started innocently enough, but the catfishing in Sierra Burgess is a loser goes to some dark places.
So, how was your day?
You know what? I think that the connection is way off. The audio is not synced to the video at all.
Sierra's offline behaviour isn't much to write home about either. She's kind of a terrible friend. She invades people's privacy, and she even pulls a comedic switcheroo for a non-consensual kiss with her unknowing target.
Keep him close! I said keep him close!
Because it's a rom-com, Sierra and her football player do end up dating in the end.
You're not exactly everybody's type, and
Okay. Thanks.
no buts. But you're my type.
But she doesn't seem to really pay a real price for her truly unhinged behaviour.
Kira, why did you do this to me?
Wait.
Veronica, are you cheating on me with Spence?
No, Jamie, I'm not. And I'm not who you think I am, and she's not who you think she is. She's been pretending to be me, and I've been pretending to be her, and she's been catfishing you this entire time! No.
Number 7, Mark. Love Actually.
Oh, hi.
Who is it?
One of the stories in this Christmas set ensemble rom-com follows Mark, who has fallen for his best friend's wife and spends the movie pining over her. His borderline obsessive behaviour is written off as harmless romance.
And off you bye.
No, thanks.
Thank God. It would have broken my heart if you'd said yes.
Oh, right, well, lucky you.
In one of the movie's most famous scenes, he shows up at their door with cue cards spelling out his feelings. He does this while his oblivious best friend sits mere feet away.
Give him a quid and tell him to bugger off.
He only ends up with a kiss from Keira Knightley's character, but it still feels like more than he deserves. It's presented as a simple, sweet ending to another kind of love story. But is that really the kind of behaviour that should be rewarded? Number 6, Cecilia, the Purple Rose of Cairo.
Look, I love you. I know that only happens in movies, but I do.
Mia Farrow stars as a Depression-era woman in an abusive marriage in this Woody Allen film. When the man of her dreams literally comes off the screen and romances her, it sets in motion a love triangle between her, the fictional character, and the real-life actor who plays him.
We'll have to make some concessions, but so what? We'll have each other.
That's movie talk.
You look so beautiful in this light.
But you're not real.
She ends up choosing the actor because she wants to live in the real world. Well, the real world comes crashing in when the actor leaves her. The already downtrodden Cecilia ends up alone, and still only finds her real comfort at the movies.
It's the same two people.
Go with a real guy, honey. We're limited.
Go with Tom. He's got no flaws.
Go with somebody, child, because I's getting bored.
It's a poignant ending, but it's also profoundly depressing and unfair.
In your world, things have a way of always working out right. See, I'm a real person, and no matter how tempted I am, I have to choose the real world.
Number 5, Lucy and Henry, 50 First Dates.
My fingers are extra fishy today, if you care to take a whiff.
Drew Barrymore plays Lucy, a woman suffering from a memory disorder which makes her feel like she's repeating the same day over and over. Adam Sandler's Henry falls in love with her.
Oh, they're beautiful. Who are they from?
That I can't tell you. It's a secret admirer. He also wants you to have this.
And instead of letting her go, marries her and makes her watch a tape every day to remind her of the accident that gave her brain damage and who he is.
Do you, Honolulu, take this woman to be a lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forth, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Really?
She wakes up at the end some years later, having married Henry and living with him on his yacht.
It's very cold outside, so when you're ready, put on a jacket and come have breakfast with me. Love ya.
Every day she has to relearn that she's a passenger on some stranger's boat and that she has an entire child with him.
You like to meet your daughter? Go say hello to Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
It sounds more like a Twilight Zone ending than a happily ever after.
Oh my goodness.
Grandpa's here.
Hi, Dad.
Number 4, Josie Geller, Never Been Kissed.
My first undercover feature by Josie Geller.
Drew Barrymore might be a rom-com queen, but we're not always on her side. In Never Been Kissed, she's a journalist who's never had a relationship.
But a journalist gets in there, right where the bombs are falling. He's aggressive. He grabs the bull by the balls.
You don't think I can grab a bull's balls?
She's assigned to go undercover at a high school for a story on modern youth, and it brings up all her insecurities. It's easy to empathise with her, but several things she does give us pause.
You're an adult now, Josie.
You're successful, you graduated at the top of your class, you work for a newspaper, you wash your hair now. You're not Josie Grosey anymore.
Don't you know how much I just wanted to be you in high school?
She brings her brother, fellow adult Rob, in on her scheme. Rob seems to revel a little too much in having the amorous attention of their new classmates. Josie also falls for her teacher, who doesn't know that she's an adult.
Is your girlfriend here?
No. I'm alone.
And so his budding attraction to her is increasingly uncomfortable.
Well, all I can tell you is that when you're my age, guys will be lined up around the block for you.
All in all, this one didn't age well at all. Number 3, Alex Hitchens. Hitch.
You are an iceberg in that over 90% of your mass is below the surface.
This mid-aughts rom-com stars Will Smith as a pickup artist whose grasp of respect for women is shaky at the start.
Who's gonna believe that there's a man out there that could sit down beside a woman he doesn't know and genuinely be interested in who she is, what she does, without his own agenda?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what that would look like.
Frankly, it doesn't get much better.
Excuse me?
Even if the film is insisting to us that he's learning his lesson. His whole thing seems to be helping men pretend they care about women to secure long-term relationships.
Great game. Great date.
Even when he has his big epiphany near the end, it only seems to register as a generic be yourself.
What do you want, Hitch?
You!
Never mind how messed up his manipulative tactics were. In fact, he considers himself to be the good guy all along. Hitch wins back the woman he's wronged, but it's all a hollow victory for us.
I love you. I love you, and I knew it from the first moment.
Number 2, Jake Ryan. 16 Candles. Sam Baker's dreams come true at the end of this John Hughes classic, but her popular crush, Jake Ryan, is not all he's cracked up to be. While she spends the movie trying to get his attention, he's busy being a whiny tool and neglecting his girlfriend, Carolyn.
Who's he?
That's me.
Who are you?
I'm him.
Yeah, it's clear they're not meant to be. But Jake could break up with her and spare her feelings. Instead, he treats her like garbage.
What's your problem?
What?
You've been acting weird all night. Are you screwing around?
Me? Are you crazy?
I don't know, Jake. I'm getting strange signals.
Well, they're not coming from me. Look, everything's fine. Don't have a cow.
He even comments to the nerdy farmer Ted that he could take advantage of a drunk and unconscious Carolyn if he wanted.
Get a piece of ass anytime I want. Shit, I got Carolyn in the bedroom right now.
The way that particular storyline wraps up is better left unsaid. We root for Sam, but if Jake is the prize, maybe she should dream bigger.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Jules Potter. My best friend's wedding.
I kissed him!
Jules realizes she really is in love with her best friend Michael.
Oh!
Can you believe I'm gonna do this?
Not hardly.
Unfortunately, it took him telling her he's engaged to someone else to realize it. She sets out to win him back, even if it means destroying his sweet fiancé's life.
You're so right. I was so wrong. We settled this and I reneged. That just wasn't fair. You have to forgive me and forget this ever happened, okay? Or I'll just die.
Jules displays audacity and selfish behaviour, but Michael isn't without blame here either. He eggs her on with plenty of flirtatious and suggestive comments.
We could go somewhere if you want.
San Antonio sweeps Sacramento. I've never been to Texas.
Jules' attempts to ruin the wedding become more and more desperate and underhanded.
He doesn't want creme brulee. He wants something else. What does he want?
Jello.
Jello?
Why does he want Jell-O?
Because he's comfortable with Jell-O.
Michael does end up getting married, but still, it seems like Jules and Michael had a little more mess to sift through before they could earn their happy endings. Did your favourite rom-com character get the ending they deserved? Tell us in the comments.
You calling my bluff?
You bet I am.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.